Eagles gang, it's your boy. Back finally, man. After a long couple months, man, of working hard, picked up a second job, man. So, I'm not as active as I used to be due to the fact, I'm out here working hard, trying to establish a better future for myself, man. But, I'm always Eagles at heart, always with y'all, know what I'm saying? And we got a lot to talk about, man. I'm going to do a couple more vids, many as I can tonight before I'm back on my work week next week. But this video tonight, man, everybody knows what's going on. Everybody hears what's going on. Everybody sees what's going on. We just got finished the draft. You know what I'm saying? But most importantly, I'm gonna address this Bradford situation, man. Like, first off, let me reiterate, I always say this in blogs, sports blogs, and everything. I'm not the biggest Sam Bradford fan. You know what I'm saying? But he is our quarterback right now, so I'm going to basically defend him and then cap it off with, something in defense of us and how we feel. As an Eagles fan, we passionate, you know what I'm saying? We ride for our squad. We probably got the most anger, you know what I'm saying? So we feel like a lot of fans feel slighted by, what the Bradford's state of mind and how he feels about us drafting Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? And the way I feel about it, man, like, kind of understand where he's coming from. But every situation, like everything's everybody saying, even the sports analysts like Stephen A. Smith and all these guys, like, what have you done to be this arrogant? Like, you a spoiled baby, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much injury prone. You haven't done anything in your career to even like warrant these kind of demands and this, that, and the third. And a lot of fans, we get our mentality from the analysts, Some fans take what they say and run with it. Some fans take go for the hype or what's popular, you know what I'm saying, and they take that and run with that. Me personally, I dig a little deeper into the situation. And one thing I don't understand about these analysts is, you look at the situation and you really dig into the situation to try to understand the point of emphasis and where this man is coming from, why he feels how he feels. Now, first and foremost, a lot of people put up how much money Bradford done made in his career and what has he done to warrant that kind of money. Trust me, there's plenty of players in the NFL who so overpaid, you know what I'm saying, that's making mad money. Like, case in point, Nandi Asamoah. He made about $30 million playing here and basically did underperform like hell. So he's not the first player to make a lot of money and it's unearned. You know what I'm saying? So one thing about sports in general, man, and what we lost as fans, we get too involved in the money. You know what I'm saying? I guess because people tell you, fans, come to the games, and if they didn't spend their money, you wouldn't make as much as you make. Yeah, that's true and all, but if 500,000 fans leave Eagles Nation tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, it'll be 500,000 fans taking our place in the next year or so. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, our money is a part of why they make so much, but at the same time, man, like, we need to get back to being fans and stop paying attention to the money. First of all, majority of the money Bradford made came from the Rams anyway, so, I mean, I'm not really concerned with what he wants or what he feels like he's worth. You know what I'm saying? That's not my issue. My issue is this. First of all, everybody know how the draft go. The worst team in the NFL get the first pick in the draft. So the Rams picking Sam Bradford, signing him to $78 million is because the Rams was the worst team in the NFL. And I looked at their roster over the years that Bradford was there. The best player on their roster was probably Steven Jackson, the running back. They had Danny Amendola. They got Mike Quick later on down the line. But, like, these ain't really, like, snatch out and grab you type names. You know what I'm saying? Steven Jackson was the best player on the Rams for a long time. Even when Bradford came. You know what I'm saying? Bradford was the centerpiece. You know what I'm saying? And they were supposed to build a team around him. Which is why, that year all the controversy came about them drafting RG3. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of picks from the Redskins, to give up that number 2 spot. So, I mean, like, basically, if you look at the Rams, you're looking at a team. Like I said, if you really understand the concept, you're looking at a team that you know, need a lot of pieces to compete. You know what I'm saying? And Bradford was the centerpiece. So that's why he got so much money. You know what I'm saying? It's not as much it's a gamble. You know what I'm saying? Like, players get paid a lot of money all the time. It's a gamble. It's always a gamble. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he didn't perform to get as much to make as much money as he made, you know what I'm saying, that kind of cancels itself out because you went to the worst team in the NFL. They really like had nobody on that team. The defense started, to build their little character up. You know what I'm saying? Now I think they one of the top defenses in the NFL. And defense will get you far in the NFL, but you can't blame Barrett for taking that contract, and you can't really fault him for how much money he made throughout his career without having the proper resume to back that up. Because teams pay players what they want to pay players. You know what I'm saying? Now, when he first got, he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. He played 2 seasons with the Rams, 2 full seasons, and his statistics, I think I got them here. Okay, his statistics with the Rams, you know what I'm saying? 2010, he played all 16 games. 3,500 yards passing, you know what I'm saying? 60 percent completion percentage. What else was good? His yards per game was, for a rookie, 220 a game. He had 18 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. His longest pass was 49 yards. He had 36 passes of plus 20, 4 passes of plus 40. He got sacked 34 times. You know what I'm saying? Bradford's been sacked 148 times, and he's only played like 5 seasons in the NFL. Of course, he missed 2014. So to be sacked 148 times on average, that's about 30 sacks a year. You know what I'm saying? And he lost over 1,000 yards on sacks alone. So his quarterback rating is 81% for his career. Yeah, but that year he won Offensive Rookie of the Year. So he comes back 2011. Now that's the year the Rams won 2-14. He played with a high ankle sprain most of the year. You know what I'm saying? That was just an abysmal year. It was terrible. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you get these quarterbacks on these teams, and yeah, you might have invested a lot of money in them, but also getting a lot of draft picks and everything, you're supposed to build the proper team around them. Seems like the Rams never did that. So a lot of the hate is being thrown towards Bradford. Some of it's warranted, some of it's not. You know what I'm saying? So 2011, you know what I'm saying? He had a pretty good year. 6 interceptions, 6 touchdowns. For a 10-game stretch, playing with a high ankle sprain. Then he comes back 2012 and plays a full season. Completion percentage was 60, 3,702 yards, 21 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. His longest pass completion for a touchdown was 80 yards. You know what I'm saying? 230. He got sacked 35 times that year. His quarterback rating that year was 82.6. So, with a full season, I think the Rams came back that year and went 7-8-1, if I'm not mistaken. I looked it up. They had a tie game that year. So, he like I said, his stats don't blow you away, but they're good stats to build a shitty ass team like the Rams. You know what I'm saying? To go 7-9, that's where we went last year with Bradford. And like I said, we had a lot of inexperience on our team last year. You know what I'm saying? So he comes back in 2013. That's the year he tore his ACL, I believe, towards the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? That was a mediocre year. His passer rating was actually 90.9. Matter of fact, that wasn't a mediocre year. He had 14 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Like, this was all before he tore his ACL. And I think by the time 2014 came, he tore his ACL in the preseason, getting sacked and missed the whole season. So that's that. Now he comes here. Of course, I still believe he was a trade chip going bad. You know what I'm saying? So he got stuck here. But like I said, coming to the Eagles, you come here. We basically paying you out the rest of your contract from the Rams. You get stuck here, and you go 7-9, which is not mediocre. It's below mediocre. I'm saying, but it's not terrible if you look at how our team was. First of all, every player on offense pretty much got handicapped by Chip Kelly and his predictability. You know what I'm saying? That played a major part into why the Eagles offense wasn't really all of that. But also, man, you got to look at the inexperience. Like, you got a new quarterback playing with a bunch of new guys, a bunch of young guys. Like, Riley Cooper was a mediocre. You know what I'm saying? You got Josh Huff, second year. Jordan Matthews, second year. Like, these guys were young guys. Like, they weren't established veterans, like, you know, that knew how to handle. Like, you was basically starting over on offense. And a lot of people don't mention that when they talk about Bradford. And that's what I don't understand. Like, if you're going to dissect a guy, a player in his career, and I'm saying, you got to cover every aspect of it. Don't just say Bradford was mediocre when he was here. Bradford was playing in an inexperienced offense full of guys that was young guys. He had his left tackle was, you know, Jason Peters, one of the best in the NFL, but he's getting older. You know what I'm saying? You had Allen Barber on your offensive line. You had Jason Kels playing next to Allen Barber and Matt Tobin, like guys that were never starters in their career. And then you had Lane Johnson on the right. You know what I'm saying? He was in his third year, you know, so. And then you had like Murray. Murray was supposed to make our run game dominant, but at the same, like, you were just handicapped completely by Chip Kelly and his predictability. Now, the reason why I like Bradford, the one thing that always stands out to me is when your teammates respect you. If the guys in the locker room respect you, then they're around you. Like, they see your demeanor, you know what I'm saying? They see your how you handle adversity. They're around you. Those are the closest guys to you. And the general of our defense, Malcolm Jenkins, Zach Ertz, our future tight end, and who was the other guy? Jordan Matthews, our number one tight end. Like, these is guys that respect you. Like, Matthews and Ertz, they went to Sam Bradford's house in the offseason, you know, practicing with him, working out with him. Like, these guys respected you, and they looked at you as their next leader. That's what I like the most about Bradford. And when you get a team to rally behind you like that, those are the guys you want to play for your team. Those are the guys you want to go out on the field with every day. And those are the guys that's going to put it all on the line for you when it matters the most. So the number one thing in the NFL is not respect from the fans. It's respect from your teammates. Fans come afterwards, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I never could understand. Like, I mean, what did we see that was so bad about Sam Bradford that he didn't deserve another year of redemption, you know what I'm saying, in his offense? So, like, that's my point of emphasis on, like, his career. So when people say, what did he do to even be this arrogant and want to trade? He's a big baby. He never had to compete. Like, he did all right for the Rams considering they had nobody else on that damn team. To go 7-9, that's like I said, that's not amazing, but it's pretty good. And that's the type of thing you build on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what their record was the year he tore his ACL, but he comes here, we go 7-9. Of course, he missed 2 games. A lot of people say he's injury prone. ACL tear don't mean injury prone. An ACL tear can happen to any player, any given moment, and you out for the season. It's not a bunch of banged up nooks and crannies. Oh, he pulled his hamstring again. His ankle was injured again. Oh, like little dumb injuries that nag you for your whole career, and you just never really properly got a chance to showcase your talent because you was always nagged by some injury. That's injury prone. Tearing your ACL, that's an injury where you say, okay, he has had a torn ACL, so that can always be a caution. But that don't mean you injury prone. Anybody can tear their ACL. You know what I'm saying? The high ankle sprain. A lot of people question his toughness. You playing with a high ankle sprain all season, that's pretty damn tough. I had a high ankle sprain and I'm just a regular guy. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's another thing. And I'm sorry, this video's been 15 minutes now, but you know, I gotta cover every part of it. You know what I'm saying? Now you talk about the situation now where he signs a 2-year contract. And a lot of people are like, oh, he's scared of competition. He's not scared of competition. And this is the thing. That 2-year deal that Bradford signed was for him to play and prove that he could be the franchise quarterback for our team. Yeah, it was a lot of money, but a lot of money guaranteed and everything. But he wanted to play on that deal. And a lot of people like he didn't take the 4-year deal. He didn't take this. He didn't take that. A lot of guys want to play for what they worth, the maximum amount. And yeah, he does have a lot of money already, but you can't argue with a man signing a 2-year deal. Them signing Chase Daniel as his backup, even though it was for that much money, damn near the same amount, that's not necessarily a threat as opposed to you drafting the quarterback at number 2. Now understand this. If we would have took Carson Wentz, maybe say the 2nd round, okay, it's a lot different than taking a player at number 2 at a quarterback when you just signed one. And this is my point I'm going to make with that real fast. You signed Bradford for 2 years. You signed Chase Daniels for 2 years. Now, if we would have picked that number 2, it probably wouldn't even been as bad. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand something. What the Eagles invested in Carson Wentz, let Sam Bradford know right away, you're no longer our guy. Now you're just here. You're not here to prove yourself to see if you could be our franchise quarterback. We know who's going to be our franchise quarterback. You're here to teach him and educate him. And then when we get rid of you, he'll be our guy. That's the ultimate slap in the face. And yeah, he went about it, being a baby or whatever. But you got to understand his anger at the situation. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people say, who is he? Like, he's a human being. Like I said, exclude all the money for a minute. People are still human beings. So you see this organization do all of these things, give up all of these picks that you could have benefited from had you just had the opportunity to prove yourself. You know what I mean? So now that 2-year prove it deal turns into a 2-year investment for a guy that's going to be our franchise quarterback of the future. And that's what upset Bradford. You notice Bradford didn't ask for a trade when we signed Chase Daniel. You know what I'm saying? Bradford didn't ask for a trade when Chase Daniel came here. That's competition. For all we know, Howie might be saying Bradford's our starting quarterback, but Doug Peterson might have a change of heart once training camp comes. Oh no, it's competition. Chase Daniel's going to play for the starting job. Bradford never asked for a trade. So that's what people don't understand. Like, bringing in a backup quarterback for that much money, you start to look side-eyed and you might say, hold up, so is this guy here to take my job or is he just here to be my backup? Because he got a lot of money to be a backup. It's way different. He never asked for out of Philly when we signed Chase Daniel. But the reason he even asked for a trade because of Carson Wentz is because we gave up so many picks. That right there lets any person with common sense know that's a big investment. You know what I'm saying? If you open up a business and somebody invests $2 in your business, or not $2, somebody invests 20 grand in your business and say, listen, this is just a down payment to see how far your business is going to go and if you are really thrive. And at the end of the day, I'll invest more if it works out. Okay, that's cool. You see that guy invest $20,000 in another business, you don't necessarily get mad. Like, okay, why are you investing in him? It's the same amount. But if you see this same guy, say $1 million into a business that's not even as much expertise as the one you're trying to build, you know that guy sees something in that business that's going to make him more and more millions, and he sees way more than he sees in you. So that right there lets you know, okay, you're not really committed to me. You just showed me. You know what I'm saying? He's a rookie. I've been doing this. All I tried to do was get you to invest so I could prove to you that I was good for it. But to see you take $1 million and just invest in somebody you don't even know is going to like thrive lets me know right now you didn't really care too much about my business in the first place. And then it's an even bigger slap in the face if he brings that guy to you and say, oh, well, you mind if he walks around with you for a little while to learn a little bit? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, are you kidding me? So that's how Bradford feels about the situation. But at the end of the day, everybody entitled to their opinion. A lot of people not going to agree with me for what I said about this, but I'm just trying to break down like how it all happened and why Bradford feels the way he feels. So long story short, you took an investment to prove yourself. They signed a backup. You wasn't really threatened by that. You watch this team invest everything into a rookie player that you're supposed to groom to be their next guy. That automatically lets you know that you're not in their plans. So why wouldn't you ask for a trade? Now, on the flip side, now this is what I think Bradford should have did, but I also understand why he did what he did. Bradford should have said, okay, took everything in stride. Because being in Philadelphia, man, you got to have thick skin. And you got, for the most part, you got to have heart here. You know what I'm saying? Once we feel like you don't have heart, we don't like you no more. Bradford should have said, okay, I'm not your future plans. I'm going to groom this young quarterback. But at the same time, I'm going to ball my ass off to get me a bigger, better contract somewhere else and shove it right up y'all ass since y'all didn't believe in me. That's what Bradford should have did. So that's me too. Like I'd have took that man $20,000 investment and said, hey, okay, my business is gonna thrive regardless, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do to prove that. But just remember, your little $20,000 investment is all you're gonna get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else gonna make money. So I mean, it is what it is, man. That's my take on that. You know what I'm saying? Can't be mad at Bradford for wanting to trade. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like he should have handled it a different way. I'm not mad at him, though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of fans are. So, I mean, get at me, man, however y'all think about this vid. I know it ran kind of long, man, but I just, I like to get into full detail while I'm making my opinion. But, peace, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this vid.